So after you joined this society, I gather you encountered Dr. Close.
Yeah, he posted something and was interested in his book and mentioned Transcendental Physics, a wonderful book. And I contacted Dr. Close and I said, can I read it? And I sent him a copy of this Vortex N-Dimensionalism, which I knew had its own flaws.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago was that?
I am guessing this was early or sometime in mid-2008.
Mm-hmm. Over a decade ago.
Yeah, around about then.
A decade ago.
Yeah.
So you exchanged writings.
Yeah, and so I read his Transcendental Physics, and he read my Vortex N-Dimensionalism, and might have had a comment or two in relation to this, but no real acknowledgement. We never exchanged words. And I became intensely aware that he would understand the following. I sent him an email and I said, Ed, it's time. You know and I know that we've got to work together and this is how life's work. So let's begin. Now imagine you're sending an email to somebody you've never exchanged words with to say this kind of thing, but I knew that Ed would understand. Mm-hmm. And Ed replied and said, yes, you're right. Let's go.
Well, that's really quite amazing. I can tell you I do receive emails like that from individuals, and for the most part, they're wrong.
Well, we knew this was right.
Yeah.
And we knew this was, so to say, the song that we had come to sing. Mm-hmm. And so we began to sing the song.
Well, that is very interesting because it shows that right at the very beginning, there was an intuitive process that brought the two of you together.
Yeah, and we both knew it. Mm-hmm. And we've discussed it subsequently.
Mm-hmm. And you knew that he knew even before you'd really had any conversation.
We'd never had any conversation at that point.
How do you know that feeling of certainty came to you?
It came in a moment.
Uh-huh.
And somehow it was a knowledge, an intuitive awareness. Yeah. And we began working together and made a resolution that we would read some of our extra stuff. And we would also meet generally by Skype or sometimes by phone. Ed is in Missouri, I'm in Seattle. And we would meet at a regular level. And it wasn't long before we made our first what I regard as major discovery. Mm-hmm. We called it the axiom of origin. Mm-hmm. And that discovery was that space, time, and consciousness are tethered together necessarily and always. And this might not sound like a big deal, but it was a very big deal because all the philosophies that we had encountered would either talk about, mass and energy and consciousness. If there's a consciousness, well, we're expressing it in terms of that, or vice versa. There's no such thing as mass and energy. Everything is just pure mind, or there's a link up between mind and matter. And there weren't people writing about space, time, and consciousness all being tethered together. That was our axiom of origin, and that's how we began.